Hello all. Welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2 with the F Heroes 2 engine. My name is John and this is Roland's campaign. This is a tutorial. We're on scenario 1 and part 2 of that scenario as I'm trying to lay down the best understanding of this game and hopefully bring some new eyes to a classic. If you are watching this and you're familiar with the game, obviously share this out. Hopefully we'll get some eyes on the game we love. If you're unfamiliar with the game, I recommend going to find it through some path. I think GOG, goodoldgames.com is usually the way to go. And let's just get started. I will say I'm going to try my best. And if you want to leave any comments for any tricks from F Heroes 2 that you feel like I should mention, I'm going to do my best in remembering them as they make themselves available. Or any from the original game that I can just share out, and I will do my best. So please put that in a comment. Oh, and my sons are making me remember. Please subscribe. Turn on the notification bell and like it, please. This tutorial can hopefully make it to some new eyes and, again, get new people enjoying this classic great game. So we're going to get started with a new day with the Dial of Destiny. Flint is going to get the gold here. Got 700. You can see it down here. We're going to go to this, and actually this is a perfect time to mention something that I just didn't quite add on to. With a hero's morale or luck, it can be boosted by, for instance, if I had all the same creatures that I had belonged all to the same alignment, if they were all wizards as they were at the beginning. But because I have a warlock creature as well, we are neutral. We had a plus with just the halflings and the boars. Now, I mentioned that. There's also secondary skills that can bring along the morale or luck. The luck is now, see, +1 because I have basic luck. There are also structures on the overworld map here that we can go to, such as this idol, which increases our luck. It says, you found an ancient and weathered stone idol. Guessing it is supposed to be lucky, so you do. The stone is very cold to the touch. We kissed it. Your tongue didn't get stuck, I hope. But yes, so we'll then go to the campfire. It says, ransacking an enemy camp, you discover a hidden cache of treasures. 4 wood, 400 gold. We have an enemy camp, but there's no fighting here, right? This is some old, out enemy. I don't know. All right, we're going to make our way up towards the goblins. We've kind of been unlucky with our map in its creation, as most of the creatures are ranged creatures, and we don't have just an abundance of, fast flyers or even faster shooters. After the next week, hopefully that'll get better. So we're going to make our way up to the goblins. I will mention that it's going to take 3 days. You can see this on the edge of the sword. It'll show the sword image whenever you're up against where you're going to fight. Otherwise, it'll be the horse. When you have somewhere to land, it'll be reared up horse, right? Otherwise, it is just a kind of a cantering logo of a horse there. If you identify when this will turn from 3 to 2, right there. This is as far as we can go with the next day's turn. So, and then 3 it'll take to get us there. We might actually go by here because this is yet another structure that can increase our luck. Although we kind of need a boost in morale at this point, don't we? The luck, I think, coming from these overworld structures, I think it only lasts for 1 battle. After that battle, that luck wears off. You can go back to them if it makes sense to travel to them. We're going to have our guy here, Vesper, get this as gold. Again, you can take the gold or distribute it to the peasants for experience. That's just the way the lingo goes for these treasure chests. Unless there's an artifact in there, which can happen. We'll see that if it happens. We're just going to get the gold. We might actually have Flint grab this on the way and then go up. Yeah, we could do that. Vesper, you can make your way this way. Open up some more of the map. Oh, we've got 2 more chests, which we could maybe... I see Vespers being our middle, the middle of a delivery chain, which we can have Kalindra go down to the castle when the new week starts. We'll gather up the creatures that have been generated, give them to him in the middle, and then Flint at that point should be up here, either fighting, having finished the goblins off, coming deck down. Maybe we can get Vesper to deliver them on that next day, and maybe we can go to these orcs or these centaurs. There's a lot of good stuff there. The gazebo gives us 1,000 experience, so it would be very helpful in the early game to go there, get us potential another level, because with a new level comes a new skill point. I believe when we got the new skill point, not only were we able to choose and get luck as our secondary skill, but we got an additional spell power, I believe it was. No, it was an additional knowledge. And we've used some spells already. I think it was to beat the mummies, right? So we have 30 as our max, but we only have 5 right now. Vesper, go ahead and grab this. I'll decide if we need to get this. I'll have them real close to it when Kalindra... well, first we need to go to the magic garden. You catch a leprechaun foolishly sleeping amidst a cluster of magic mushrooms. In exchange for his freedom, he guides you to a small pot filled with precious things, and we get 5 gems amongst our resources, and the gems being, of course, one of those that is a bit more precious. We have wood and auras like the less precious, and then mercury, sulfur, crystal, and gems, plus the gold, of course. And we're going to need a little bit more of that to do kind of the last bit that we want to do. Let's see what the trolls are guarding. Okay, I think this is the route in and out of our section of the map. So we've got a good ranged attacker kind of protecting us. Yes, getting in the way of us going up, but it'll give us a few more days, if not even say an extra week, to prep on going up. So let's have Kalindra make her way down to the castle in preparation of the new week. Today is day 6. We can also see this here at the bottom. Month 1, week 1, day 6. Here on day 6, because of what all we have, day 6's purchase could be the library, as we will need it as a prereq for the Ivory Tower. And it also has a secondary usefulness, or really the primary usefulness is increasing the number of spells in the guild. And so for each tier that the Mage Guild is purchased, you get an extra spell than you would normally get at, say, another castle. So if we had any of the other factions, they don't have a library, and they wouldn't get as many spells and the chance of having the best spells. So that's one of the advantages of Wizards. I would say another advantage is the fact that they have 3 shooters amongst their 6, a very fast from the beginning, a strong flyer, although average speed. Wizards are a very good, they're very good, like throughout the game, early game, mid game, late game, faction. So you would not go wrong with a wizard. The only thing is that the price of getting all the way to the Cloud Castle and its upgrade is very steep. 12,500 gold twice, and 20 gems. It's either 20 gems twice or it's 20 gems then 10 gems, but it's a lot of gems. And then even each giant / titan costs a number of gems as well. So it's very costly to get to the Cloud Castle. Also, when we buy a library, we have to spend those more precious materials, and so we will do that. And it will give us again another spell, which will give us shield. Okay, that's good. It gives us half. So it halves the damage, yes, against ranged attacks. It's good in the short game, I believe. You wouldn't really use this in the later game, but with slow, that's going to be taking up most of our uses at that point. We need to get back to get that, honestly. And then so on day 7, tomorrow, we'll get the well, which will allow us to upgrade. All of the creature dwellings will increase the amount that is produced. So we will do a new day. We'll have Flint get this. Ooh, I guess we should get the experience for Flint. Okay, so we get an addition of spell power. This is where you'll see that whenever you gain a level. Didn't really point this out when we leveled before. And then it tells you what are the two options it gives you. The skills that they're presented, sometimes it's the increase of what you already have, otherwise it is the basic of something new. Flint. We saw a magic well over there. And mysticism is what regains your spell points. Like it's 1 per day at basic, then 2, then 3, I believe it is, for advanced and expert. Ballistics will be needed to attack castles, so we're going to learn ballistics. It helps us with a catapult that you'll see once we attack a castle. We're going to go here next, and we'll get there on the second day, then we'll go to the goblins. Kalindra, again, is going to the castle. And Vesper. That's a lot of gold. I kind of feel like we should wait to get it in case Vesper can level up some more on his way out. So what we probably want to do is be somewhere like here to be middle ground for Kalindra, maybe here. This is kind of guesswork at this point, but in using the horse and knowing what's the 2 days to 3 days, the 1 day amount of distance, we can estimate, okay, Kalindra will be going there, coming back to Vesper here. Vesper will be going up to where Flint is. Today's day 7, so we get the well. And that will do it for day 7. And 1 week is concluded. If you hit the Dial of Destiny and someone is yet to finish their movement, it will say that 1 or more heroes may still move. Are you sure that you want to end the turn? And in this case, we'll say yes, but if you happen to forget a hero, because as you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there could be an 8 hero, because it allows you to have 8 as a max. So if you didn't hit the click down and you didn't check out that here, this would be a good warning for you. You'd be like, oh no, let me go to that other person. Or maybe there was just a few more steps you just didn't quite recognize. There's a little bit of yellow left. All right, anyways, we're going to say yes, end turn. We have a new week. Astrologers proclaim the week of the squirrel, and all dwellings increase population. If in this episode we see any special weeks, I'll point them out to you. That would be a week that is proclaimed as one of the creature types that would be found on the map. And if it's just a week of, I believe it'll just increase the dwellings of, well, all of them. But then additionally, for that particular creature, if you have that type of castle. So if it had been the week of the halfling, we would have had some more halflings waiting for us at our castle. There is also the potential of it being the month of a particular creature. And if it is, it'll say that population doubles in size. So not just a little increase, but a doubling of increasing. And you will also see additional of an additional amount of those creatures on the actual map, the world map. So we got to look out for that occasionally. If you're not strong enough, you get trapped by a creature that is kind of just that has just appeared because of a month of like the wolf, and you'll have wolves all over the map. Anyways, week of the squirrel. Nuts. All right, let's go. Oh, we're 1 day away, so you can see it goes from green to the brownish color, or maybe that's meant to be red. And so that's when we can battle the next turn. I think we can deal with the goblins with what we've got. We're going to give it a try. And now with a new day, we can actually afford the ivory tower. Oh, I thought the upgrade of the ivory tower required the precious materials. Well, that is good to be remembered. It's a pleasant surprise. So that means we can have the upgraded magus, the archmagi. Ooh, 6, that's a good number. So let's get Kalindra there. Still got some moving to go. A wonderful addition by the F Heroes 2 team when they developed the engine for Heroes 2. You can go to the well and not just see what all is available and all the different creatures, but you can buy them from here. So depending on my preferences at the time, the moment, how it strikes me, I'll either use the well and you can click and literally it's as easy as click and hit enter, like boom, and I have those 10 waiting for me here in the castle part, not yet in my army, see? But you could also go to their dwellings in particular. So this is where the boars are, and it actually says recruit boars down here. So you see when I highlight over recruit boars, and then I can just click enter. But we'll go back to the well, we'll do the rocks, and the Archmagi. Ooh, but we didn't quite have enough. Okay, we went. That was a mistake on my part. I should have bought the Archmagi first, for sure. We'll have Vesper go get the gold. We'll probably need both, so we'll do both. Yes. Oh, we exactly needed both. Wonderful. Then we can hit our down arrow on our keyboard and bring all the heroes down into our army. So, with Kalindra having some distance yet to go, we'll have her go up. And it'll still be who of us, because then 3 is... So this is as far as she'll be able to go the next turn. So we're going to want to remember that for where Vesper should go, which is just below that spot right here, I believe. Right? Next to the... It's pretty close. I'll have Vesper move first. It's right below the grass. Right below that grass. Yeah, I think it's right there. So we'll have Vesper go there. Kalindra go as far as she can, meeting with him there. And then move it on to Flint. It's a good time to save. We're going to go back to saving to number 2, 1 being the beginning of our campaign. And I'll do 2, 3, and I'll add a 4 if I need. Again, save often, because why not? If you're playing single player, it's just helpful. Let's do a new day. Ooh, we see a barbarian temporarily. And again, we can use our mini-map to go to that spot on our overworld. See, here, we can move around. And they came very close, but then they went off to the west, so they must not be able to beat several trolls. That's good. We're not quite ready to fight them yet, I don't think, although with 6 Archmagi, maybe we are. We could probably rush it, but let's see more of the map if we don't mind. Let's take on the green boys here, the goblins. It says we'll lose 5 halflings. Let's restart and see if we can do better. We can do, I think, 1 slow. Nope, we haven't been yet to the castle. Right, okay, so we'll put the gargoyles here and the boars here. The goblins are at an average speed, which is why they went before our halflings. Because they go a 4 speed, this is a 3 speed, and that dictates who goes in what time. So this is the closest one to attacking us, so we're going to do them first. Killed all of them. Awesome. We're going to skip both of their turns. They're going to get very close. We'll be able to knock out 1 more, probably this one. I did knock them out again. If we move with the gargoyles, the halflings will be attacked. So we're going to leave the gargoyles, but we want to save the boars because they're going to be a part of our army that we could potentially add to what's coming. So we're going to do that and skip. Now this is a tough one. If we attack them and kill them, which we will, this would move 1, 2, 3, and 4 because this is going to have to move both there, so it's going to be able to attack the halflings. We need to hit skip here as well. But we did the stone skin. Hopefully, we were hoping we didn't lose 1 boar, but we lost just 1. That's okay. I tend to think that keeping our shooters is just a little bit more important since it's just 1 boar. So let's move a little closer here, see what we got. Got another one of these. We purchased all of the creatures we need outside of another mage guild, which will require the precious stones, or the precious ores, so I don't think we're going to do that. Precious materials, right, all the same. And it is only 500, which would not give us a level, so I think we're going to do the 1,000 gold this time. It kind of came across like I might have gone, ooh, this is interesting. I don't think we can beat lots of boars because they're very fast. But with the creatures that is going to be coming up, they could even join us maybe, which would be really helpful in attacking all of them coming back down. But we don't want to waste our time sitting up here for extra turns. I mean, we're out of movement, but... Okay, so let's move her 1 step from the end. and have him move. Yep, it was right there. I was making sure though. So we specifically have her be the one to move things over, to be the one to instigate the meeting here. It says Kalindra meets Vesper. In this menu, you can do a few things. You can do where you fully swap if you have artifacts, just a boom, swap, swap. You can do the same with the creatures. So if I hit with the arrow, it will move all but the very furthest right creature. And the same will happen if I move them back. The very furthest right creature will stay. If I click one and then move them, it at least will instigate that as being the one that stays behind. It's not the whole stack, but it'll at least be the one that is decided upon as staying. So we see this again. What we really want to do is we really want to switch this out for this and then move them over. So it keeps Kalindra with one, and then we have the rest here like this. Now, the Archmagi are very fast. We want them to go before the boars, because the boars would otherwise get the first movement because they're both very fast. And again, left to right dictates who goes first in your army. So if we had all 5 as very fast, it'd be then first, second, third, fourth, fifth to go. You see, if the opponent had very fast creatures, which a big part of the game is kind of balancing what, speed to strength and stuff like that, then this one of if I'm attacking, my very fast will go before their very fast first one. But they will have a chance for one of their very fasts to go before my boars. It's kind of balanced like that. Since the halflings are last anyway, we can put them there. And because also they're more disposable, sadly, we'll put the rocks there because they're going to fly off probably most of the time anyway. So this is the optimal setup with these 4 creatures, in my opinion. Now we could also click one, right click, and decide on dispersing these. It immediately puts it as half, so we could do that. See, like that. Or we could do where we right click and then do minimum, which is just 1. This is a very common strategy to use, as if you have just 1 that you could willingly kind of throw out there to sacrifice, it could potentially take away from a hit, taking away 2 from your main stack, right? Because if this was 9, then it could potentially hurt you far worse by taking away 2 of these as opposed to just 1. Some of the tricks, and we'll talk about it more as we get deeper in these tutorials. Vesper has some movement yet to go, so we're going to get him as close to Flint as we can. Although we probably could have taken out the orcs on the way, but let's leave it to Flint. New day at the castle. We did get 1,000 more, so we could buy something. So you need those precious materials for the other mage guild. I'll tell you what, we've got a barbarian. If I wasn't already dedicated to Flint, I would probably have gotten her because the attack skill is so nice. And I wouldn't say this is one of the scenarios where you really need spells big time, but we're going to attempt to stick with Flint. Marketplace is not a bad idea in a lot of campaigns, but we have that trading post just a little bit north of in the area here. A tavern would give you morale if you are currently at the castle, and thus if like someone's coming to attack you in the castle, hey, you could have more morale if it's there. Thieves Guild's nice in the sense that you could then see something about your enemy. If you have enough castles with enough Thieves Guilds, you could see essentially every bit of information you could see. We're really close to an oracle, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. If we were anywhere close to an enemy attacking us, we could get one of these. The only thing really even worth considering is the orchard, which wouldn't be helpful until next week anyway, but at least we can get it out of the way and purchased. This gives us 8 more halflings per week, which again, they're at least a shooting creature. They might be, not much to the eye. They might, die pretty quickly, but yeah, let's go ahead and just get it. And then really, until we can get the Mage Guild pumped up, or if in a crazy way the enemies end up coming, we buy those. But I don't think we'll touch Tavern, Thieves Guild, Marketplace. We're not going to upgrade the Foundry. And again, I don't think we're going to even move into trying to get the Cloud Castle. So Mage Guild or nothing. And then we'll save the rest of the gold for creatures the next week. Let's get a new day going. So I was close enough to the Oracle, waiting for Vesper to come up. Let's see, how could he get? Ooh, he could actually go here. I'll have Vesper do the Oracle on the way back. So let's have Vesper meet him here. And we're going to switch out. Should we keep 2 gargoyles? It'd be good for the shooters. So the question would then be, what does Vesper hold on to? Maybe a single boar for the speed. That's a good idea. All right, so what we would do is the trick where we click boars, we click right, and the 1 boar stays. We're going to put the boars here. No, we'll put the gargoyles here. Halflings will go at the end, like we said. We'll put the boars here. This is good. So Archmagi will go first. Gargoyles, if we want to use them for some sort of distraction tactic, especially if we're going up against ranged shooters, it'll fly to the other side, block them up. Then we'll put the boars somewhere, maybe, and then the rocks. So this is the best setup again. Thank you, Vesper. We'll have you do the Oracle tomorrow. And Flint, can you make it up there? Oh, 1 away. But we'll get very close. I hope the boars will join us. That would be great. Then we'll get this artifact, which we'll see when we get it. Again, we're not going to be buying anything, so we're just going to forget about that. Now, Kalindra, what will you do? This is an interesting time. I would say she should be getting the windmill, but we need to open that up. And I believe Flint could get back to there before the next week, but it's going to be close. So we're going to go back to the Magic Garden and catch us another leprechaun and get us more either gems or gold. I think that's the 2 choices we might get. And another new day. Let's take on these boars. Stick with Roland 2. For now, we'll do Roland 3 after this save. Here we go. Okay, they are not going to join us, sad. And we're going to try to save the halflings if we can. We're going to save everybody if we can. Let's see what happens. Alright, so ideally we want to protect the Archmagi. We still have Stone Skin. We're just going to attack. Okay, 1 away. Fair enough. He'll attack here. And we might let the boars sit here for a second. Maybe go 1 down. Let's do 1 down. The rocks can move, which could block them. We can kill 5 of the boars here. Now, I haven't explained yet, but you can see as for the ranged attackers, it gives you an arrow as the symbol. It shows you the damage range it can do. I mentioned this in the last episode, but not sure in what kind of depth. And it'll tell you an estimation based on that damage, how many would die. 5 to 6. Okay, here, 5 to 7. Now, they can go 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They absolutely can hit the gargoyles. They can hit the rocks, which they hit for 1 point. That's fine. And remember, they're going to go before he can go, and these will go before the boars can go. So as of right now, we're in kind of an interesting position. We probably want to take them. If it kills them, the 6 will probably attack the rocks, and we probably will lose a rock. 6 times 3 is 18. No, we won't. So it's definitely the best course of action. We won't lose the gargoyles, and they can't get past the boars to get to here. So you see some of the strategy of placement of your creatures as well. So I think we still attack the 7, and mostly protection of the gargoyles. Okay, you know what? That's actually good. It only had 1 survive. And in truth, we might wait 1 more turn on that. Because it has retaliation, although it can't do that much. Yeah, that's fine. Did it skip? Oh no, wait. We can always go to look at the logs. It did 12 points damage, we didn't lose a boar. Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, I would have surely liked to done this a different way, because these boars are going to go up and attack the rocks, and I don't know. I said before I don't think it'll kill me, but yeah, we definitely don't want to use the boars here. Very good. Alright, if we attack the boars, 1 to 3 will die. It'll get a retaliation, which, again, won't kill us, so we might as well do it. Okay. The halflings will do this. Ooh. 1 hit point left. Wow. So, here's the one thing I missed in that, was that final boar going first. When you attack, and you are a very fast creature like the Archmagi, you will go first on the first turn. But whatever the in order from top to bottom creature of theirs, because they were all very fast, they would get to go first the next turn. And so, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. Archmagi would be first on the third turn, and they would be the first on the fourth. So that was the fourth turn. That was the next boar to go, so it attacked my boars, but it just didn't do enough damage to where we lost a boar. So we had a flawless victory, 405 experience, and we move on. Beautiful. The reason why I said we needed this, but of course there's a creature guarding it. This is not always the case. F Heroes 2, sorry, just Heroes 2. In Heroes 3, you just get every artifact. It says, through a clearing you observe an ancient artifact, but unfortunately guarded by a nearby genie. Do you want to fight the genie for the artifact? And yes, in fact, we do. It's flawless. I'll show you how that worked. Oh, I hit okay. That's fine. It's flawless. The genies look cool, though. They've got a colorful, like whirlwind as their legs. And we get the Endless Cord of Wood, which is another 1 unit of wood per day. And that's good in the event that we want to do any trading. We can trade what will become a surplus of wood, and that'll be very helpful. We can get the spell points renewed. So the Magic Well, a drink that gives us all of our spell points back to maximum. We ransack another enemy camp, giving us 4 ore and 400 gold. This is Mercury, which we'll get after we get this spell. Disrupting Ray, okay. You come across an ornate shrine attended by a group of rotund friars. In exchange for your protection, they agree to teach you spell Disrupting Ray. And that takes away 3 of the defense rating to an enemy. Sometimes can be very useful, honestly. We will get that Mercury, which there was 6 there. And we're on our way of getting that Mage Guild upgrades. Vesper is going to go to the Oracle. This is what I was mentioning, is what you would see also on your Thieves Guilds. Nestled among the trees sits a blind seer. After you explain the intent of your journey, the seer activates his crystal ball, allowing you to see the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents. So again, same screen as you would see with the Thieves Guild, but always fully filled out, as that's what an Oracle does. Looks like all of the heroes have the same number of towns, same number of castles, which in that case means 0 towns, 1 castle. Number of heroes, green and yellow have at least 1 more than we do, because we have 3, and I guess orange has, 2 or 1. Golden treasury, orange has the most, yellow, blue. So we're not the poorest. We have the most wooden ore, but we have the least of the others, which might mean that they haven't bought their special stuff yet, which is kind of nice. And if wooden ore is low for orange, and it's not 100% low yet, then they possibly have not bought trolls. So this tells you like what their strongest creatures are here at the bottom. Artifacts found. We only have 1. Yellow has 2. Total army strength. It says green is the strongest right now with their barbarians. And our income is second best. So, we get an idea of where we are compared to some of the others. It doesn't give you a whole lot of information. It tells you their strongest hero, what their stats are. And then a personality, which is an interesting detail, is perhaps with orange being the only warrior, if we saw green or yellow on the map nearby, they may not come through those trolls that are blocking off our area, then the strongest creature of each of our armies. So if we saw the explorer or the builder come by here, they may not even attempt to fight the troll, but the warrior might. That'd be kind of the only difference to tell you what to look forward to. It does a little something for us there. All right, Vesper, what else can we do with you? We can pretty much nothing. We can go get archery down here. Ooh, I didn't even notice there was a gazebo there. Gosh, I don't know what it would make sense for Flint to go get that at this point. Yeah, I mean he can get the archery, and he can get this. Yeah, I guess he'll get the spell point and then get the archery and get the. He's kind of my roaming hero right now. We're still 3 days away from the new week. Kalindra will get this. Another leprechaun, but this time only 500 gold. Those scripts do not change. I've already done that and not used it. I don't think we could sneak by the wolves. We do that. No, Kalindra just needs to go back down here. And Flint will go, will attack these orcs, and then these, and then I don't know. We might do the orc chiefs. That one's an interesting question. Again, not enough precious materials. We need sulfur and crystal, which we'll have crystal and sulfur's over here. It'll be a while before we have any mage guild time, so new day. I'm not going to be able to get there in time. You know what? I've already set Vesper to go this way, but I think I should show you something that's smart to do when it comes to the game. So we're going to forego him getting these extra things. We're going to go back up to Flint, and we're going to take from him. We can pretty much take everything but the Archmagi if we want. What this will do is it'll guarantee that Flint, on his next day, will be as fast as he can be. Right now it says his move points are 0 of 1400. Here it says it's 0 of 1100, and that's because we have the slow halflings with us. So we'll keep the Archmagi, and then we'll be a good bit faster next turn. All right, and Vesper can't go much further, but I guess he can at least get one step out of the way. Kalindra is still going down. I guess she could go get. I feel like that's too far out of the way. I don't know. So that'd be 6, 7. No. No, I think Kalindra's just going to go here and wait. We still don't need this. You know, she probably could have got him to the trading post. Some ideas. We could do the trading post and trade wood for one of the other two resources. If you can't see, I have the mouse down here in the bottom right window where we can see the resources we have. We can also click to see the day and then back to it. This can also be found with the castle logo button here. So what I'm saying is that she could go to the trading post and trade the wood for the sulfur or the crystal, and then give us that other mage guild, because Flint's going to need to come down to learn those spells before at least engaging the other heroes. But we still need to go this way. Okay, I'm going to try to talk a little bit less and get a few more days in here. So we'll step here. Vesper to give back the creatures, except for the set of them. Rearrange them a bit. That's good. Vesper, just wait here for now. Flint, go kill them. They did attack. We gotta try to save that gargoyle. If we can. So, the orcs are very slow, so even the halflings will go before it. We can see that up here in the turn order. I don't know what you call this, just the time order, turn order rotation. I don't know. It's just, you can use this to see when a creature is going to go on. So we'll be able to block 2 of the orcs with both the gargoyles and the rocks, walk the boars over, and shoot twice before they can do anything. I think we'll be okay with this. Let's give it a go. So we're going to shoot the top ones. Ooh, double damage, unneeded as it is. Double kill, or overkill. 208 damage. And there they go. They would have in total 70 hit points, so yeah, quite 3 times as needed. So we'll put them here. They can do 21 damage at max. We might lose this gargoyle no matter what. Maybe we put him with the 6. The boar as far as you can go. The rock can go up here and at least do some damage to the 7. And then we'll use the halfling to get rid of this one. Okay, we didn't lose a rock. And only one got to shoot at the Archmagi, so that so far so good. I haven't lost anything. Nope. Alright, Archmagi, take out the 6. The boars will take care of that 6. So we'll park him here. The boars still have 13 damage. Yeah, I don't think it mattered on that front, but flawless victory. That's what we wanted. Okay, question for us. Still a question for us. They want to try to give us mysticism again, which regenerates spells. But the thing is, we're probably going to not use wisdom at expert level, because I don't think we're going to be building a mage guild up to level 5. So it might make more sense to do this. But if we don't do that, but if we do this, then we're stuck to that as being one of our potentials. I'd rather hope that we get logistics, which is a secondary skill that allows us to move further. Or path. Oh no, we didn't need pathfinding, so we said no to that. Or leadership. Yeah, leadership for more morale. We'll do the wisdom. Hopefully we get lucky here. This is 1,000 more experience. And we meet an old knight who appears on the steps of the gazebo. My liege, I will teach you all that I know to aid you in your travels. We don't quite level up. We'll need, and you can always come to your hero screen and click on the experience. And it seems we need like 75 more. Very close to that next level. So let's see what we can do with the centaurs. Vesper once again will take all but the Archmagi, which I did not do that right. Let's do it right this time. Hold on to them, then move. Beautiful. Kalindra. Yeah. Now, I guess this is as good a time as any. If we were to want to use this, it would take us to our next hero that has movement points. And then back to Kalindra and back and forth. See? We can use that button, although it's just as easy to click the one you want. F Heroes 2 has made it to where if you hit the Z button on your keyboard, as in give them the Z's and make them go to sleep, you can forget about them for the rest of the day if you need. Now, if you do that for both of your heroes, so like remember if we hit this, it'll say you still have a hero needing to use more movement. If we put them both to sleep, and then we hit the button, it'll give us the new day. We would need to take them out of their sleep to move them. No, not to move them, because you can still do that. So if she's asleep, I can still click out and have her move. But she'll be asleep until I make that actual move happen. Alright, Vesper, give him back his stuff. We'll keep the boar. One more time, we'll do that. Let's do another save. This time we'll do it on the 3. Once again, losing a gargoyle here. We'll try a similar tactic to last time. Now, the tactic we used last time won't quite work the same. And that is because centaurs are average speed. That means that if we attack them, then our gargoyles will go, which will block them between the 9s. Then we'll have the boar go. Actually, although can the boar make it all the way to them? I don't think so. I think he can go there. But we can only block so much. We might lose this gargoyle no matter what. So we're gonna try. Maybe we can give him the stone skin. Okay, we'll put him here. We will have the boar go here, as I said. And all of them will go before the halflings. So we need to block these 2 from shooting at all. So we'll just take out the bottom one. Will we lose the gargoyle? We have not yet, because we use the stone skin, probably. Alright, the halflings can take out all of them. Archmagi can do that. And the gargoyles can do that. Alright, well there we are. Scouting allows you to see more in the area viewable on your screen here in this overworld. 1 extra square is essentially an inch essentially on the screen. It's a certain amount more than you can see. It is very useful, especially on large maps, I feel like early game. But once again, we're going to try to say no in hopes that we get logistics. Now, I don't know the probability tables for each of the other castles, meaning if you had a barbarian, if you had a necromancer, if you had a knight, if you had a wizard or warlock or sorceress. I don't remember which secondary skill is most likely for these different heroes. It's possible that leadership's not even on the table for wizards. I don't know. I'd hope logistics is available to all of them, but it could also mean that we only get scouting and that mysticism next time around. But we'll do ballistics. Let's see what we get. I didn't see what we got the increase in. I guess it was knowledge again or spell power. We were good spellcaster. I just wish we had some attack. Okay, we'll take the gems. Now we get 1 more gem per day, and you can listen. You can hear the sound of the mine. Awesome. We also hear the crackling of the enemy camp. There's so many enemies over here. Some sulfur, which is very close, gives us almost enough for the next mage guild. Oh no, we still need the 5 days to get crystals up, but we're getting the right kind of ones. What do the dwarves do? They just take it on the chin. I did learn a trick. So real quick, I believe if we hit this, there is a quick combat here that instead of hitting, because you can hit auto or A on your keyboard and it'll just do the battle. I think in the same way that the computers did it without your help. If we hit Q, are you sure you want to finish the battle in auto mode? I think it'll just do it back to this point here. And so you could always do that if you get to a point where you have like 2 last clicks to go, hit a Q, finish up the quick battle. That's an F Heroes 2 specialty there, a little trick. Speed up the game. Oh, another campfire. And I think we're going to probably focus on experience now. How much money do we need at this point? At 100 only. We're doing ballistics. Vesper's going to come and take those creatures again. Kalindra is waiting for tomorrow's the big day. Yeah. Remember, Vesper still has some, so it'll ask us if we want to do, and we do. It is now the week of the tortoise. All dwelling increases increase. Nothing special, just a normal week. So instead of having Vesper give the creatures now, we'll go ahead and have Flint pick these up first. Maybe something like this. I think we're at the point where experience makes more sense though, because we're just not spending any gold, except for the beginning of the weeks. We'll do that. And then we'll do something where Flint can go by. Vesper can give him the things here. We'll do that switch around again. And Vesper can pick up this gold. Nothing else hidden behind a tree perfectly. Alright, then let's do this. We're going to try to prevent that. Okay, so we fought orcs before. We did not fight them when there was orc chiefs. So the important part here will be placement. We can probably put the gargoyles at the bottom. Halflings will go before the orcs. Have the rocks go up here. We'll have the Magi take out them. Three times 5, 15. We're going to lose gargoyle here. 100%. Oh well. Oh. We did a good thing. Pig on pig crime right there. Flawless. This is the alchemist lab where we'll get more mercury. Tomorrow, are we going to be able to make it? Nope. So this will be one of the few days where Flint will be a bit slower. However, we will start making our way with our new creatures. I do take a peek at these every now and then. If a hero has been defeated elsewhere in the map, they could become available to us here. So it's always a good idea every beginning of the week just to take a look at who the heroes are. We could purchase a powerful hero, to go along with our main. It's always a good idea. All right, let's go ahead and go to the well, where we can just do a quick click and button enter. There we go. And they're there, down arrow, and we're good to go. We'll have her meet him. I feel like we could beat them. Or do we really want to push for all of the experience to go to Flint? It would be nice. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing else to buy there. And a new day. Did we use any spell points? We've used a few. Or no, we haven't, but we've leveled in knowledge twice. So we can go to Magic Well, which will restore our spell points to maximum. We've seen that once before up above, up there. Question is, do we go here to test what this spell is? If you were to want to, you could save here. And we could see what it looks like. So I'm going to show you that. I'm sure everybody can understand the idea of cheesing the game here. We can head this way. Kalindra will, this turn, actually take the creatures. Vesper, if this is the time, you'll go and get a little stronger. No, we'll hold on to a boar. Do our same move around. as we were doing before. All right, Flint, see what we can do here. Well, so we're going to save one more time. No, we won't. Because if we don't do this, we don't like that spell, we'll reload there and go down from there. So they don't want to fight. So if you are a powerful enough army and you fight a wandering creature that knows that you will beat them easily, you might see this, and it says, the orc chiefs, awed by the power of your forces, begin to scatter. Do you wish to pursue and engage them? No. Now, you could say yes, and we could fight them, maybe get experience, but we could end up losing something, because they're shooters. They are average speed, but I would just rather not risk it. So here, blind is pretty good. Blind is pretty good. And as of right now, we haven't gone back to get slow, and we won't. So let's make our way this way. Or do we go here and then go up? I guess that's fine. So we're actually going to use Vesper again to take all but the Archmagi. I wonder if we keep the order that we like it in our... Will it go back the same way? Not exactly, but it's closer. That wasn't closer, because it took them last. Interesting. Okay, well, some things to note there. We're going to keep going from this point. But I think we're going to do it in the next episode. Yep. So, thank you for joining me in this part 2 of Scenario 1 of Roland's Campaign tutorial by me, John, here at AB Crazy 9. My boys like to tell me, hey, you out there in online world, subscribe and like the video, and the bell. Is there a comment? Yes. Actually, please, if you are one of those that are a fan of this, remember, we're trying to get this out there to the people. Get some people enjoying this, so share this around if you can. I try to post on Reddit to share a quick image and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. You can share it to some other people, see if it gets around, because we'd love for people to start enjoying this game. So that's about it. You can comment also with just anything that you know of the game, if you do, to say, hey, mention this trick, and I'll gladly do it. So from me to you, you have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.